Hey guys, this is Keith from Coin Crew. How are you? We're here to talk to you about how much silver is enough. But before we get into it, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell so you don't miss out on future content such as this. So, now let's get into it. I was talking with the wife earlier this week, and the question she proposed to me, how much silver is enough? So we sat down and we talked about it, probably a good half hour, maybe an hour, I'm not sure, but it was a long time. And we talked about why we're stacking silver. We're talking about why we're stacking gold, what the benefits of the silver is. And the question came up, how much silver is enough? And I proceeded to tell her, well, with the Fed continually printing money with the rate of inflation, I don't know if you can ever have enough, but it's possible. So we decided, okay, well, how about if we stack our weight in silver? How many ounces is that going to get us? That's going to get us somewhere in the neighborhood of 5,100 ounces. That's a lot of silver. But is it enough? Is 5,100 ounces enough? That's the weight of my wife and myself. And now I say, that's a lot of weight, 5,100 ounces of silver. I mean, I can put the money in gold and it'd be a lot lighter, more condensed. And so we talked about that a little bit, and we kind of leaned right back to silver. And the reasoning is gold is worth a lot more. It's worth a whole lot more per ounce. However, with the gold, it secures your money a little better. It is more stable. But the problem with the gold, the profitability is just not there. So a lot of brokers will sit there and tell you, you should stack in the neighborhood of 5-10% of your net worth. And what your net worth is everything you own, how much could you get for it? And when I go to calculating in everything I own, do I add my house? Do I not add my house? I don't recommend adding the full value of your house because houses are not liquid. They're hard to sell. You got to close on them. You got to get a buyer. You got all that paperwork and all them taxes and everything. So what I recommend is when you're calculating in your house as your net worth, figure what it's worth and then cut it in half and then add it in with your net worth. Because houses are not easy to move. Yeah, everybody's selling houses like crazy. They buy them, they sell them really fast. But think about all the millions of homes in the U.S. and how many sell a day versus how many ounces of silver or how many ounces of gold sell a day. And this is a lot easier. I go to my LCS or I go online and I say I want 10 ounces of silver, I want 10 ounces of gold. The transaction's almost instant. When I try to sell a home, it's like, okay, I want to sell my home, so now I got to list it. And, maybe if I'm lucky, I can get it closed in 60 to 90 days. But what that's going to do for me today, nothing. It won't do nothing for me today. The silver, the gold, it will. It will do something for me today when I need the money. Because in 60 to 90 days, I might not need the money no more. Circumstances change a lot. So brokers recommend, as I was touching on earlier, 5 to 10% of your net worth. I recommend 20 to 25% of your net worth because this is real money. It's not like the fiat that the Fed's printing. This is real money. It is accepted worldwide as currency. It has been accepted for more than 5,000 years as currency. I mean, there's just so much of this stuff. It's unreal. So, like I said, I recommend 20 to 25% of your assets in gold, in silver, preferably in silver because the profitability is there. Silver and gold is one of the most liquid assets you can own. It is even more liquid than stocks. Now, again, you can't go in and buy silver and gold and double your money in a day like you can with some stocks. However, you can't lose all your money in a day either. So that is a good plus. So my question is, how much silver is enough? Well, there's a lot of things to consider when thinking about that. What is my lifestyle? How much do I spend a year? Do I spend $30,000? Do I spend $50,000? Or am I one of them high rollers where I spend more than $100,000 a year? That's how much I need to live. I'm not saying that's me, but I'm saying, but what if I was one of those high rollers that needs more than $100,000 a year? Obviously, I'm going to need a lot more than 5,100 ounces to hit 25% of my net worth. So what you have to do is you have to figure out how much you need to live on a yearly basis and figure in 20 to 25% of your net worth. Put those two numbers together and calculate out a system of how much you're going to need to draw of this a year to meet your lifestyle. If you need to draw $10,000 a year off your silver and gold to meet your lifestyle, them assets may need to be a little bit higher. And the reason why they need to be higher is because you living high on the hog, I suppose. But what I'm saying is for everybody, your lifestyle is different. Everybody has a different choice of types of items they want to purchase throughout their life. But silver is great. The profitability is there. You're looking at today's gold was $1,767 an ounce I seen at one point, whereas silver was sitting like $2,605. So you need a lot more ounces to equal up this. So space is another factor that you have to consider. Do you have the space to soar to silver? How much higher will gold go? How much higher will silver go? The upswing is phenomenal. If gold can hit $2,000 an ounce, in a modest case scenario, let's say it hits 2,000. If silver hits 30 and you have the same value of silver, dollar for dollar, as you do gold, you'll make more money on the silver. And that is my point being, that silver's upswing is so much greater than gold's upswing. But now let's touch on something else. What about all this, what they call digital currency? I don't know a lot about it, but what I do know is that's the first step to eliminating cash. So if your cash is gone, this is going to be worth more. Digital currency, it's not quite the same as crypto. It's backed by the governments. But it is basically the first step to eliminating cash transactions. People will be spending credit cards and credit accounts from the government or from your employer. And there won't be no more cash. That is my understanding of how digital currency will play out. So, do you want digital currency? Do you want someone tracking your every penny that you spend? Or do you want real money? Do you want real cash? Oh, I can't even lift that. That's so heavy. Or do you want real cash? I mean, this is awesome. This is real money. You can hold this in your hand. This is tangible. Nobody can take this from you like they can with let's say the stock market. The company performs poorly. So what do? They reverse split. Now your 100 shares is 10 or 20. But if silver or gold performs poorly, you're still going to have an ounce of silver in your hand. Wow, that's beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful. And you get some nice artwork too, guys. But what I'm trying to say, your silver amount that you need is based on your lifestyle. Sit down with your spouse, Sit down with a broker, whatever you feel you need to do, and get a game plan of how much silver you think you need to do. But at the very least, every single week or every month, get you a plan just like you're investing into your Roth or your 401k, and spend the same amount of money, whether it's $10 a week or $100 a week. Spend the same amount, buy your silver, because it is on a very limited supply. There is only so much out there. Unlike the fiat dollar printed by the Fed, they keep printing trillions and trillions of dollars a year. It's just so crazy, and that is making inflation go way, way up. So I guess in closing, guys, sit down, figure out what you need to pull on your silver with all your retirement and your Social Security, and that is how much silver you need to stack. So, if you like this video, give us a likey, thumbs up, and we hope to see you next time. So until next time, catch you later. Bye.